Today, the world celebrates Christmas. And those out in the world have lots of varying ideas of what Christmas is all about. Some think it's only about having a happy holiday. Some think it's about just spending time with family and friends, having a joyous memory while you still have them. Some think, well, it's just about getting the right present underneath the tree. But we as Christians know what the holiday, the holy day, is all about. It's about Jesus. As maybe you heard last night at a Christmas Eve service, or at a children's program, or maybe it was today, that we hear about the birth of Jesus in Luke chapter 2. And it came to pass in those days that a decree went out from Caesar Augustus that all the world should be registered. This census first took place while Quirinius was governing Syria. So all went to be registered, everyone to his own city. Joseph also went up from Galilee, out of the city of Nazareth into Judea to the city of David, which is called Bethlehem, because he was of the house and lineage of David, to be registered with Mary, his betrothed wife, who was with child. So it was that while they were there, the days were completed for her to be delivered. And she brought forth her firstborn son, and wrapped him in swaddling clothes, and laid him in a manger, because there was no room for them in the inn. The birth of Jesus is a joyous time for all of us in Christendom, saved by him, by Jesus. And when we hear this account from Luke chapter 2, and some people want to talk about it, we hear the word thrown around, incarnation, which is a word that means infleshed, in the flesh. But what it really means is Christmas for you. God in the flesh for you. God with us, Emmanuel. That's what Isaiah prophesied after all. And the virgin will conceive and bear a son, and you will call his name Emmanuel, which means God with us. We needed God with us, though it might sound scary, which it was for Adam and Eve when God came and walked amidst the garden once they had sinned. And now, thanks to their sin, we were lost in sin and death under the reign of the devil. But God had seen our wretched state even before the world's foundation, and mindful of his mercy great, he planned for our salvation. He turned to us a father's heart. He did not choose the easy part, but gave his dearest treasure. And his dearest treasure was Jesus. And in him, in Jesus, all of God's promises stand fulfilled, even the one made to Adam and Eve in the garden when they had sinned. God pronounced condemnation and judgment upon the devil, the serpent, but promised salvation to Adam and Eve. He will bruise your head, and you shall bruise his heel. That's Jesus, the eternal Son for you. And that's what we celebrate today. The Son for you, God in a little baby, born for you, born to live for you, born to die for you, born to rise again from the dead for you, born to ascend to the Father for you, born to baptize you, born to absolve you, born to feed you his body and blood, born to raise you again on the last day. All of it for you and your salvation. That's what we rejoice about at Christmas. That's our joy. It's not a holiday because we spend time with family and friends, though these things can bring joy to us, and we should rejoice in them, rejoice with them as they all, with us, celebrate the birth of Jesus. But we always have Jesus. That's our constant joy. Jesus, God in the flesh, who came to live and die for you. That's why the angels sing his praises to shepherds. Glory to God in the highest, and peace, goodwill to men. Goodwill, God's goodwill to you this Christmas day. Christ by highest heavens adored, Christ the everlasting Lord. Late in time, behold him come, offspring of a virgin's womb. Veiled in flesh, the Godhead see. Hail the incarnate deity. Pleased as man with man to dwell, Jesus our Emmanuel. Hark, the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King. The King for you, Christmas for us all. God bless your Christmas day.